What's going on, guys? This is the Mobile Gamer here, back again with another video. I'd like to apologize for my, I think it's 2 month long hiatus. Work got in the way. Being a manager at a supply chain company that's shorthanded in management leaves me working 5-6 days a week, 18-hour days, and it sucks. But, it is what it is. I have fun doing it. But anyway, let's get into the video. So today we are going to be playing some Dead Space. Before we get into that, let's go over some of the plugins you will need in order to run Dead Space. When I installed this game last week, this was not in the plugins. It wasn't updated at least, but it is updated now. So wherever you get your game files from, if it doesn't include this, that's okay. You can update it from auto plugin. And that's Coobridge version 3 or version 0.3.03. It needs this version in order to run. If you do not have this version installed and the game crashes upon launch, double check, update it. If it crashes with this updated, go look at the README on the GitHub page and see what you're missing. If you're playing from a PlayStation TV and you have your PS3 or PS4 controller, there's a couple things you're going to need as well. DS4 Touch. I don't think the DS3 has Touch, but DS4 Touch that allows you to interact with the game via the touchpad. Obviously, your controller input, and then DS Motion. There are points in the game that requires motion controls. For instance, when you're using the plasma cutter, when you go from horizontal to vertical orientation, you have to turn the controller in order to change the orientation. So you'll need that. Now, a fun fact about this version of Dead Space is this is the Sony Xperia Play Edition of Dead Space. What am I looking for? Revita. Sony Xperia Play Edition. So it has already built in all the controls for it because the Xperia Play was a PSP phone. But instead of analog sticks, it had 2 touchpads. And because of the touchpads, whenever you're moving around, left, right, up, down, looking around with the right analog stick, every once in a blue moon you'll get a snap up or a snap left, down, wherever. Sometimes it'll turn you 180 degrees. Reason behind that is because you're using actual analog sticks, and if you get the left and right stick just right, it causes interference where on the touchpad you wouldn't. It just screws up the whole thing. I don't think there's going to be a fix for it, but I heard somewhere that someone's working on it. In the meantime, you can try Revita. You can mess with the settings, you can mess with a whole bunch of other stuff. And right now I just have dead zones on my left and right analog stick. Alright, let's get into it. Dead Space. Let's turn on the music. Well, not the music, the audio from the Vita. Because I have music in the background, I don't want to get DMCA'd, so I muted the background music. And I stopped with the Salt and Sanctuary playthrough because that first video was about half an hour. It was a lot to edit, getting stuff out, making sure things matched up. So if you want to see more of it, I'll make another video, but at this point in time I'm going to kill it completely because it's a half hour, 45-minute video, and not a lot of people want to see that long of a video on a channel as new and as dead as mine. Dead Space. But if anyone wants to see it, just leave a comment down below and I will work on making another video. In the meantime, I'm keeping it to 10 to 15-minute videos. This might go a little bit longer, but it is what it is. We're going to do this in a series. We're going to do chapter 1 for a video, then chapter 2 for a video, 3, 4, 5, and so on until the game is over. Alright, so I'm using my PS4 controller. doesn't. There we go. Play. As you can see, I played through easy mode already. Not all the way through. I'm on chapter 10. And it's just way too dang easy. I recommend going normal mode. In some of my previous videos, you could hear some interference. Hopefully you don't hear that here. I messed with the audio card a little bit. I added a Bluetooth receiver to get the Bluetooth audio from my Vita, so hopefully you're not going to get any interference in the video.
Good morning, everyone. Coming up on today's show, budget problems for the sprawl.
For a game that came out in 2011,
Speed it up. We still got half a ton on our
that's
quota
pretty
before
cool
we can all go
visuals.
home for the day.
Stable in public sector 3.
Environment screen on Sector 6 is still experiencing problems, and residents are preparing a petition. Tethers in place. Mining charges ready.
Environment check. Stable in public sector 1.
All right, crew relief's here. Let's go home, guys. Just another beautiful day on the sprawl.
Audio log rig number 438642. I've been selected for a secret mission down in the core systems on the Shard. I hope I can do them proud. All be praised.
This works really well on a PS4 controller, I'll tell you what.
Okay, you're in position. Remember, your code name is Vandal. Under no circumstances tell anyone your real name, understand? Your voice filter will keep you anonymous if you meet anyone. We've arranged some tools for you. You'll find a plasma saw and a locker up ahead.
The S8B1 plasma saw is designed for dissection of heavy-duty materials in both on- and off-site locations. Users are advised to always wear protective clothing when the saw is in use.
Now, I'm going to say right now, you're playing with a PS4, PS3 controller. The triggers are flipped. So instead of R1, L1 being the triggers you use to do your attacks and aiming, it's L2, R2.
Now let's get started. What we're doing here is vital to the cause. I'll be with you every step of the way. Start by using your plasma saw there to take out the power boxes in this room. There should be 3 of them. Perfect. 1 room down. Now you need to keep up the pace. Move on to the next. Remember, always keep an eye on your locator. It knows this place better than anyone.
See, I just had a graphical glitch there.
Rig number 442. This type. No.
There's a plasma cutter waiting for you in a locker near the server room.
The T113 plasma cutter is suitable for everyday chipping and trimming tasks in the mining environment. Standard mode projects a single long-range energy blast. Rotation of the device switches between vertical and horizontal orientation, allowing for greater accuracy.
See, this is where you turn the controller left and right. I'm not wasting ammo.
You'll need to rotate your plasma cutter to take some of these out. Great job. That's it for this room. Just one.
Rig number 386. Come in. The pump. You're heading.
Tyler, when exactly are we doing here? This is pretty low-level stuff I'm taking out. I'm worried we're endangering the small systems.
Sorry, Vandal. You're not authorized to know that. Your engineering skills make you perfect for this task, but you're still a new convert to unitology. Relax. Have faith. All I can tell you is that after today, the government will no longer stand in the way of the church. Should be some kinesis modules in this room coming up. See if you can find one while I work on these locks.
Alright. I never understood some of the stuff going on in this game. Kinesis
The
module.
kinesis module acts as an extension of the user's limbs, allowing for remote manipulation of objects and equipment. Personnel should be aware of the object's true weight when working in populated areas.
Use kinesis to clear this crap out of the way.
Even though I played through level 10 on easy mode, it's still a really good game, even with the glitches. When you're on the tram in chapter 5, 7, and 9, I think it's 5, 7, and 9, you may lose audio. That's something I can deal with. Just once you get off the tram, you turn off and turn it back on.
Finished. And everything's going real quiet.
That means you succeeded. Excellent job, Vandal. What you've done here today will stand in church history forever. You're a hero. Now get out of there and head to the church.
What was behind that door? Couldn't get through that door even in easy mode. Thought maybe in normal mode you could get behind it.
Quarantine lockdown initiated.
Vandal, get out of there quick. Aim for the tram. They're coming out of the walls! They're coming out of the walls! Run for it! Take it, man! Stop! Run!
Gotta kill them all, I need money.
What you see before you is your reward for today's accomplishment. You're to be one of the first blessed with ascension. The authority of what you explore, cutting off the line of but don't be afraid. Your death is yours. A holy path to life beyond the death the church promised you.
This weapon. Lying sons of bitches. People are dying here for what I did. Fuck you. See how blessed you are with the prisoners to
Okay, so I'm a little irritated because I didn't hear a dang thing he said there, and I knew it was important to the story. I'll mess with the settings for the next video. this is it in the elevator. End of chapter 1. Alright guys, that's it for this one. I'm gonna probably start another file and play through that in normal mode, and we'll leave this one to play with you guys. Yeah, that's it. Again, PS Vita is considered mobile. This is technically a mobile game. Sure, it's delisted, but it's still technically a mobile game. So, with that being said, hope you guys have a good night. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.